What is going on, guys? Welcome back to MG Marine Tech. It is that time of year again. Black Friday is right around the corner, and that means there are some sales on some Garmin units. If you are a new user in the Garmin community and you are watching this video, please stop, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, I have a ton of good videos, good content on these Garmin units in particular. It's definitely going to speed up your learning curve. So I advise you watch back through some of my older videos and you will be on your way to success with these Garmin units. For today's video, we are going to be talking about what is going on this year for Black Friday. So let's dive right into that. All right, guys, for this year, 2022, we have basically 3 units that are going to be on sale for Black Friday from Garmin. Now, one of these has been on sale really all year if you looked around, and that is the 93 UHD with the GT54 transducer. I believe that comes in right around that $600 mark from a lot of people out there. What is really interesting this year is that there are the 106 and the 126 Ultras on sale, and they are steeply discounted. So you can get the 106 for right around $1,000, and you can get the 126 for $1,500. They are all EchoMap units, so they can all be networked. So that is something to keep in mind. If you already have 93s on the boat and you want to keep them, they will be able to network with these 10 and 12 inch Ultra units. Now, I'm not going to go into great detail on all the differences between all these 3 units because I did that last year. Nothing has changed there. I will link that video below. It goes into all of the specs between all 3 of these units, from screen size, resolution, pixels per inch, etc., etc. So what we're going to be talking about today is kind of some of the major differences and what unit you may want to pick out depending on your style of fishing or what is important to you. Which unit is right for you? Well, that will kind of depend on your style of fishing. If you guys are using this unit for anything other than Livescope, it's going to be maybe on a ice fishing shuttle and then back onto your boat. Going to be using it for mapping, side imaging, down imaging, Livescope on your boat. I would highly recommend that you spend the extra money on the 106 or the 126, hands down. They have over 3 times the screen resolution as the 93 UHD units, and when it comes to side imaging and down imaging, that is key. Between those 2 units, if you're trying to decide between those 2 units, I personally, especially right now with that 126 being on sale for $1,500, that is a steal. Now, this is an awesome unit. Between the 106 and the 126, they have the same specs overall. It's purely just a screen size difference. That screen size will be the winner when it comes to side imaging and down imaging. Having that extra screen real estate is key for that stuff. Now comes the tricky part, and it is Livescope. For whatever reason, and in my personal experience, that screen resolution doesn't ultimately mean that you're going to have a better Livescope picture. And I will state that I have a 93, and then right there is a 126 Ultra. They are right next to each other. The 93 is a plus. Now, this is the unit right before the UHD. They had the exact same specs, and the only difference was that the UHD unit could drive the UHD transducers. For Livescope, in theory, they should be exactly the same, but my 93 unit has a much better Livescope only picture. Everything else, the 126 wins hands down. Don't know what it is. I don't know why, but everything on the 93 Plus unit is just a little bit more well defined when it comes to Livescope. The colors pop off the screen a little bit more. The returns are easier to see. Say there's something out at 50 foot, and I can run them both side by side. You can see stuff on the 93 unit earlier than you could on the 126 unit, and this is with the settings both the same. Again, I don't know why this is. I should probably do a video for you guys on this in the future. That is just my personal experience. I know there's other people out there that have this same exact experience. Maybe they have fixed it with updates. That I don't know. Just something to keep in mind, especially if it's going to be a Livescope only unit, and especially if you're going to be, using this unit just for the ice season. There's no sense in lugging a big 12-inch unit around if it's going to only be for Livescope if the 93 has a better image. Now, obviously, Livescope on the bigger units, the picture is bigger. Some things can be easier to see, but as far as definition wise, I still think my 93 has a better picture, and that is what I use on the ice, and works very, very well for me. Now, word of warning for you guys, especially if you are somebody who may buy this unit or one of these units that's on sale, thinking you got a deal, and then when something new comes out a couple months later, be very, very upset and want to return it. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I have absolutely zero inside knowledge of anything that's coming, and nobody will unless you are in the know at Garmin and working on that actively. You won't know, I won't know, nobody will know until it is released. So I'm just going to stomp that out right now. I have absolutely zero knowledge of anything that's coming. I can purely speculate, and this is what I am speculating. And this is based on being in the Garmin world for a little while now and kind of seeing how they operate things. Garmin tends to put things on sale greatly when there's something new coming. They kind of did that with the GT54 transducer when the GT56 was right around the corner. I feel that Garmin hasn't really had anything new as far as a unit come out in a while, so I feel like there is something that's going to be coming out replacing the current EchoMap series units. What would that be? Well, my speculation is that they're going to continue the newer UHD2 series units. Right now they've got really small UHD2 series units out there. I believe they have wireless networking, which is huge. My guess is, and my gut tells me, that they are going to continue the UHD2 series in the larger screens. I hope there's some really cool stuff that comes out along or new with that. Again, I have no idea what it is, but I really hope that whatever it is, it has that wireless networking. I hope the screen resolution's up there. One thing I think Garmin is lacking when you compare it to say Lowrance or the Humminbird units is the overall power of the units. So I hope they have better processors and able to drive higher wattage transducers, get most of these units into that 1 kilowatt range, which for most of you guys won't matter. Offshore guys, it will matter a little bit more, so that would be big. But I would really be interested to see if you guys have any speculations as to what's going to be coming out soon, if anything does come out, or what you would want to see come out and what features you would want these new units to have. Maybe somebody at Garmin is taking a look at my channel and will read these comments, and maybe you guys will get what you ask for. All right guys, the wife's calling, dinner is ready, so I have to get going. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and stay tuned, because in the future we are going to have a lot of really cool videos going on for you guys. Hopefully this year we get some ice fishing videos. In the spring, hopefully we do some more on the water stuff. I know I was really bad about that this year. It's been a very hectic year. MG Marine Tech has been growing a lot. I really, really appreciate that. And I've got some upcoming announcements to make based on that for you guys. I'll have some videos on that. But as always, if you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more tips and tricks on MG Marine Tech.